far, and we're going to get the chance to see these two teams dance on it one more time.
Potentially the final ball here for 100 Thieves, at least in this upper bracket, because FaZe up 1-0. And this is a map where FaZe did take Evil Geniuses after being down 1-0 their own. And Evil Geniuses looked good on this map too. Baby Bay was a monster. But Superman specifically, who just went crazy in that first one. 22 kills. He's also something they need to take care of. Note as well, another attack side start here for FaZe as Will walks down mid but doesn't spot Dicey.
See him prep the dash. Spires.
So passive on the approach actually though. Not peeking past. Fly was waiting for him. Dicey had to TP out because of the knife.
Now what does Will do here? He understands that they've lost elbow control. As Derek just spotted 2 members that way. He has to re-peek. Try to provide some cover. Will's in hot water, bro. And he's able to drop Fly. The spike goes down too. Dicey's not able to find anything as Will gets a second. He's a nuisance.
The flash is so good too. He's in trouble of his own.
Last player standing.
I mean, dude, when Baby Bay's on one, it's like watching poetry. Now Poise is left alone in this 1v4. He's got the ghost from a distance. But Bangs hits just a little bit harder. 100 Thieves take the pistol.
And that round slow and steady. I was scared for a second there. You were right. Will was definitely in trouble. But the real nice thing about it is they actually gave up space on both sides of him in places where if you're giving up that space, you really don't expect him to be down bottom mid, right? So that's where it was. And Derek did a great job of keeping Baby Bay off of, flanking him from top elbow.
Charlie Mike, let's move.
So we'll see. That's something that 100 Thieves loves to do, though. It's very FaZe-esque, the aggression down mid. And we don't actually have a force. There was no spike plant from FaZe, so they're taking it a little bit slowly. Only the Marshall from Flya.
Yeah, scope there really the only bit of hope that FaZe bring into this round. See if you can find any value with it. No armor to his name either. Eek! Whoo! Can't think twice about peeking that way around again. Asuna able to trade that out though with the Bulldog. Spike now starting to push its way forward behind the concealment behind the veil of that Viper's wall. They've done well to get this far.
They get out before the curtain falls too. All stuck behind yellow here for 100 Thieves.
This will be a very potent retake out from 100 Thieves. Again, it's a heavy 5-sec. They have all the weapons that they need, but Asuna falls already. Will able to trade one back. And it's all huddled back into caves.
If they can delay, though, for Baby Bay, this flank is coming really late. He's not even planned for him, and he only has 14 HP, so nothing to play for here for Baby Bay at all, really. The defuse is coming in, and he's sticking it, so well done to recover from 100 Thieves. After the spike plant went down, they were all stuck behind yellow.
But those Bulldogs, man, it really, that felt like the key difference maker there, and the ability for them to funnel out all at the same time just overwhelmed what FaZe had set up. And yeah, Baby Bay's flank just a bit late. Yeah. Maybe a little bit earlier. For as much as he's on it, for as much as he's hitting those shots, could have been a difference maker, but the timing just off.
Yeah, you're right, though. I mean, a couple of long-range weapons to be able to deal with these anti-ecos on Breeze really important. And I think as we start to get towards op territory, obviously no ops alive right now, it's going to be really interesting to see if Will continues his insistence on going to play the op and play that role on this Jet this time, which he was playing last time around on this map.
It may not be the op. It may not be the op, but for now, Will showing insistence and persistence and trying to play around the middle of the map. Once again, dancing around the pillar. No contest this time around as Asuna playing by double doors. A little bit of spam goes his way. The tripwire gets cleared out. The cam's still up there as they should see plenty of what's going on. That shock dart, yeah, that hurts. How much more can they find here? Remember, this is a gun round for FaZe. They still have 4 rifles to work with. Make that 3 as Baby Bay falls. Superman not able to hit the transfer. The flick not as clean. Now Dicey is left alone with the spike well out of reach.
Yeah, Baby Bay was the guy who had the spike there. Tip of the spear. And he had to make a play to try to get some kills back into his favor for FaZe. But just not going his way, and he overpeaks a little bit. That's the spike down, and his team has no way to really cross back with no fuel on the wall. So
30 seconds
100
left.
Thieves converts the bonus. That's massive.
Let's see what Dicey can do here. He's like flirting with it, man. He's creeping his way forward, seeing if he can spot any face. But nothing's even given to him. Very well played by 100 Thieves.
And he just has to stay alive now, and nobody in Hall,
Yeah.
so
10
no
seconds
problem.
left.
I also love Will, how he just goes for that, right? Just gets the knives up
Teleport's ready.
and goes for the high
Destroyed.
dynamic while pushing to clear out the backside of that Viper wall, to clear out towards bricks. Again, we speak a lot about confidence specifically for this guy. And I mean, you could just look on any single form, right? Even after the last map, it's all talking about Will and how sometimes he's disappointing. But 7-0 right now on this start, and he's been the linchpin for this team. He saved them. He's the reason why they're here at all in their series against NRG. So credit to him, and he has to keep it up, though, because literally, quite literally, all eyes are on him for the 100 Thieves camp.
Once again, pushes the middle of the map off of the dart from Derek. He's not going to find anyone there, as it seems like FaZe want to go exploring into halls. Dicey with the hero rifle. Superman with a little punch, too. Now 1 point away from that Viper's pit. Look at that. As soon as the door goes up, he drops the cage. Deny any sort of vision. This feels like a trap. Ball in. It seems like FaZe walked right into it.
Oh, the timing there for Stellar.
And FaZe find their way out. The plant gives him the spike, gives him the Viper's pit, and now ult is down. Dicey falls, Bang getting a massive kill. But remember, they still have Superman. They still have that pit. He has a stinger to play around.
But look at the flight from Asuna, too. He's going to be huge. If they have to fall out of this pit, they're falling right into his waiting arms.
Feels like a trap has been set. Fly not able to find anything. Superman with the stinger left alone. 2 snake bites, but no health to drop it with. Will's going to get the defuse. 100 Thieves get to 4.
And surprisingly, over Haven and now. That was only FaZe's second eco. They've been forcing so much. At least going for light buys in situations like that. They really haven't gotten the ability to plant the spike, though, so that extra money that they rely on as a team, so far, you could see the impact that that's had.
FaZe calling a timeout here as well documented the successes that they had on the other side of this pause and play. They're going to have to do it again. They're down 4 early. Now, mind you, this is a marathon, not a sprint. But FaZe, they've been kind of pushed around. They've been punched around.
Yeah, and Will's 8-0, so he's farming them too.
It's a hell of a start.
They haven't even touched the B site, though. Right? There's still so much for them to explore, so much for them to try to get some sort of value out of. I like the idea from, who was it, Baby Bay? To flank that round on the eco. I think it was round 3. But
Just took forever.
took forever, and obviously it wasn't even planted for him in the first place, right? So if they start to get some of those ideas a little bit more cohesive, then maybe we can talk here. I think that's exactly what they should be, referencing. It's like some of these rounds are, the ideas could have worked in a different world. I mean, that round they had a full pit on the spike plant, so like even that, for example, could have gone in their way.
Well, and that was on the fly, too. Remember, he was 2 points away at the beginning of the round. Picks up the orb to get one, and then gets the second one off the plant.
Look at this, though. They've actually gotten, with the poised KO, 100 Thieves is really expecting this to be a B hit. Given that they haven't hit that side at all, and I think they will. Poise just throws his knife towards that A side. And there's 2 trips here for Will and Derek to play off of. Stellar is so far away. He's not going to get hit by the no command whatsoever.
Very well played. And 100 Thieves kind of reading into it a little bit, right? FaZe off the timeout should have a propensity to hit the other side of the map.
I'm wondering, too, where the cages are placed here for Stellar. He has one in his inventory. Could cage Will here. And so he could get a trip kill through the cage.
Here.
Bach was saying he wanted a little bit more Cypher love. He's already gotten some. You're right, there may be more set up here. FaZe have fully taken elbow control. No mid antics from 100 Thieves this time around as you see the null command come through. Will playing up top. Should go unchecked. Oh, he drops down the Cloudburst to provide some cover as FaZe try to funnel their way out. Will still playing close. Derek on the swing as well. The spike falls. Will gets the second. Surrounded. Asuna cleans it all up as Will gets another. And Dicey once again, loneliest man on the server. 100 Thieves with 5. And they just continue to push their way forward. They continue to weather what FaZe are throwing their way. No answers on the attacking side.
And Will has still not died. A 2 KPR, 2 kills per round. And he hasn't died a single time. Statement from him. And there's no answers for FaZe whatsoever. That idea, I mean, again, that one I think is the first one I'm going to say that was readable. I mean, 100 Thieves had completely the setup to counter the KO. And it took a long time to come too. And with the information the 100 Thieves were getting on the other side of the map, they should have known it was coming. And they did. Here's a split onto A. Maybe they can go in for this flank though. Let's see if they have something more to this.
At the blades from online too, and you see proc the dash. He's able to get 2, uses the ability to provide some mobility into his plays, and he's able to get the value out of it that he's looking for. But Asuna once again plucks him out of the sky as he tries to go up top. Through all of this, the 100 Thieves have been left in tatters. They only have 1 gun left.
That was a really nice round. Asuna still has room to recover though. Never mind. Boys with the 1 tap with the Guardian. Another thrifty round. These are consistent. Remember, this is the map that we ended the last time these guys played. And it was so close. And this was the series that the 100 Thieves guys had stuck in their head about these anti-ecos. Because there was 2 in that Breeze map alone. And here it is again. Baby Bay just such a menace on those knives. And the idea for FaZe here is to, let's go for this mid-split onto A, but let's also attach Baby Bay, who's catching rotators, just picking off random people who are having to deal with the split. And it works brilliantly. Stellar gone on the B site. That's not always a possibility.
Look at this Viper's pit.
This one's really good. We actually saw this from EG in the series against FaZe. And it covers both halls and double doors. So they really only need to worry about cave right now.
And even if they try to funnel out of caves, you see the Cypher utility to set up the trip into the common plant spot, or the common dash spot at least. 100 Thieves seem to have crossed all their T's, dotted all their I's so far, but will it stand the test of FaZe running at their faces? First cage goes up, Hunter's Fury through, Stellar having to dash around it as Derek tries to land the shots he needs. A little bit of damage, a little bit of info, but that's all it is.
Surprisingly, they did 1.
Do FaZe double down? Do they continue to push their way forward? You've got Dicey who's on the flank too. He's already made his way around. Second Hunter's Fury through, this time from Flya. Can it find more value? Dicey dropped the flank, no longer a problem.
30 seconds.
Flya is.
Oh, he's just waiting. No way. Superman with the read.
Fly still hasn't gotten the spike down. Now he's going to be able to do it. Baby Bay gets one with the op. It's just Derek who's left alone as Asuna has to sit and watch. And Derek's not going to be able to pull it off. Baby Bay from up top with the op. Cleans him up.
And hey, FaZe has experience against a lot of what just happened in that round. I love the patience from them. You mentioned how they got out on site, but they really weren't committing with the spike. That was because Fly actually backed off to go for this ult, to try to target down Stellar, who was playing in the lane, and they had the information because Baby Bay and Poised were already on site fighting him. So it's not a dark combination, anything like that at all. He just goes back and says, okay, let me just clear out these lanes. And if he tries to dodge this Hunter's Fury, he's coming right into the crosshairs of Baby Bay and Poised.
Will aggressively pushing with the op. No rendezvous this time. He lands the shots onto Poised anyway. Will really has come into form, Bala. He really has.
Yeah, last 2 rounds he got shut down, and that did not win, but here with the first kill. Set up from his teammate Derek with the dart deep from halls. Here Bang is just jump spotting and trying to put up the orb before they actually can rush onto Stellar, who's playing behind ladder.
Cage finds value. Dicey
Ultimate isn't
no longer around. The spike is going to make its way into elbow. The thing is, they have no idea what's happening across mid-map or towards A, so they have to be so careful about how they clear this out. And that's why you see that. They're checking every single corner, but they're going to try to slip their way into double doors. 100 Thieves have not moved. They still have 2 players here.
And Asta has the nade too to shut this down. If he spots him, it falls off.
Throwing charge.
And there it is, the spot.
He's through.
Nade. He positions. Is Austin expecting that somebody has gone through? He's looking at the dart. Oh, and Will saves the day. Fly is so weak here. And it just went from bad to worse. Baby Bay is going to have to save the op here. I don't see any entrance in this 1v5.
Just got this op online in the last round and not able to find any value. Not able to challenge Will. Not able to get into that B site when they tried to go walkabouts. And this is such a switch up from 100 Thieves here, comparatively to Haven. Haven, remember, it was scrappy. Even though FaZe eventually started running away with it, that was only when the scoreline was what, like, I'm not even going to speculate, but 8-4 half in that first one. Right now, 100 Thieves has a chance to do better. And I don't think FaZe could have said the same on Haven.
Yikes.
I love to see them trying to set up Will consistently.
Spike
Because
down
you have to when this guy is, you know, just picking up the op. Remember, he only bought it 6 times in stage 2, only got 4 kills. He's gotten that almost in sometimes a round. Here he goes again. Broken.
Oh, boy. Almost landed that shot onto Poise, but he lands out one onto Flya. They continue to put the ball in his hands, and he continues to deliver, but Baby Bay is showing he can make that thing sing just as well. 4v4 here as Baby Bay continues to creep forward. Molly in his lap, and of course he takes the aggressive route. Not able to land the shot, has to dash forward. Cloudburst to provide some cover as he repositions. Tries to get behind enemy lines, and he has succeeded. But surely he feels the pressure, the swarm coming through, and he still finds value. Bang on the other side, and Baby Bay does it again!
Just crazy. You might think he's actually playing Neon with the positions he's in, but he has an op with Jet right now. And he finds himself stuck at half full and still makes it
Come
work.
on, bro.
That last shot on the Stellar too, just so filthy, full of swagger.
I don't think I saw Stellar. I don't think I saw him.
Yeah, he's quick with it. He's definitely on the screen though. You might even want to get your eyes checked.
Maybe I blinked, bro. Come on. Maybe I blinked.
Get you some glasses.
That is vintage Baby Bay, though, right? Like, you think about everything that transpired in that round. The fact that he gets 4 kills. The fact that he dashes forward when literally nobody is around him. Plays around his own utility. Plays around the pillar. Yeah, Stellar was on the screen. That's on me. But that is 1000% textbook Baby Bay. And if this continues to heat up and we're going to get this banger matchup between Will and Baby Bay, it's going to be glorious.
Yeah. This is so fun to watch. Meanwhile, by the way, unfortunately, Dicey 1 and 6, really not able to find much value. I think that's actually because Will is doing a good job shutting him down in some cases. Finally, actually getting some value on these first kills. We were mentioning that earlier on. That guy Will has 3 first kills in comparison to Haven, where he only had 2, and this is only the first half. Still a little bit more defensive rounds for him to play as well, but he'll opt for the knives. No, okay. Late purchase of the op and light armor.
We're nearing round 10, and Will has died 3 times. Also, while getting 13 kills, that's pretty freaking good.
Also have to mention, Poised, only going to come up to his second no command here. They go for an early peek on the fly, or sorry, Derek. Here's the no command now, up. And we don't actually have an anti-no command setup here for 100 Thieves. They were not anticipating Poised one off the orb, which is shocking, given the fact that this just came out of a timeout.
Look at Will. Spiraling up. See if he can find anything. And he's not going to get any challenge quite yet. That trip that was dropped early on in the round by Dicey would suggest they don't necessarily want to go in through caves. The thing is, if they do, the Will guy, he's not missing much right now. Here comes the ult.
Can't dash anymore.
But do they push? Do they continue to funnel out? The thing is, they have Hall's control, and Will's fallen.
Can't use that.
Stellar's still on the other side of the map.
They might.
So there is still some utility that they haven't been able to get past. They haven't been able to fully take Hall's control because of that trip that you see on your screen now. Oh, but the op shot lands from Baby Bay with the shock dart in his face and 20 HP. He continues to fight.
Sleep.
5v2 in favor of FaZe, and while Derek just did a little something in favor of 100 Thieves, it's just not going to be enough.
That was a really well-coordinated round from FaZe. Originally getting the no command, giving it some space, some breathing room, right? Because you could see when those ult comes back online, so 100 Thieves might have hit the panic button a little bit when they realized and said, okay, let's re-strategize. And maybe they expected the walkabout back towards B. However, Will just stuck there. And the thing was, they took Hall's control really early because, again, that challenge from Baby Bay, he's just updrafted and walked down Halls the entire time. Derek had to give it up, and that put Will in a terrible spot. The dart was coming backside, and the door was opening at the same time. So he's spammable because of the dart, and he has to challenge 2 players facing him in Halls. He was dead for sure.
Yeah, without the dash, too. The one thing that could have maybe given him safe passage. It was in a brutal spot. With this, though, choosing not to buy, has the Blade Storm to work with. I don't know that we've seen much of Will's Blade Storm. I vividly remember Baby Bay's, but we'll see if Will can do something with his. And op in the hands of Baby Bay. Only one player from 100 Thieves on A. That's Stellar playing behind High Pyramid.
Oh, he goes with
He's
the
not
knife.
finding anything.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And he gets himself a really good spot right here. Nobody there to punish him after that knife.
This is not a fake, by the way. The spike is over on that side, while FaZe still have 2 members at B. And they've heard Will. They've got to know he's coming as he updrafted. Yeah, now he's stuck. He's got to reposition while Baby Bay still pushing his way forward. 70 HP, no armor to his name. And he falls. This game of cat and mouse that's happening on the other side of the map. Will finds it with the Blade Storm, looking for the second.
Can he get out? He's got the Vandal at least. He's way out for sure. The dart actually to clear. Fly sends that over top. And he is in such safe waters now. All the way back in sight to play an off angle if he wants.
But he's by himself. He's been put in the spot with so much to do, and the question is whether or not he can.
Spike down B.
Poised falls, the spike at his feet. The swing out from there as Will gets the third. The fourth drops.
This
Will is a monster.
And he has come alive too.
Last round
FaZe have
before
really
the
put something into this guy's head. 17-4. What a resurgence for the guy. From map 1, his performance there, to this. You knew he had it in him given what he did against NRG. But this was so well played. I mean, he was basically in a 1v2 the entire round, at least. You know? He had no teammates near at all. Sure, there was the knife to set him up, but
You want to play?
stays
Let's
alive for
play.
that long.
And it even got worse at the end. It was a 1v3 when all was said and done. Seems to be comfortable while outnumbered. Last round of the half here, 100 Thieves looking to replicate what FaZe did to them
Get out of my way.
on Haven. And the formula seems to be just lose your map pick and know you're going to win your opponents. At least so far. Heavy mid presence from FaZe, though.
And the drone actually will spot them going up mid from the backside. No, it just got canceled. Doesn't have the distance.
FaZe have 4 ultimates here. So many tools at their disposal. Got you.
Dicey Cotton 4K. Bay, we saw him have massive impact from this spot last time. Going for it again.
He slipped his way in. Are they going to check him? He still has
Same
an op.
strat too. The misdirection.
They're gonna rotate away, and he's gonna hear all of that. But is he expecting one more person rotating around? Is he expecting Bang to be following shortly thereafter? The Viper's pit falls on the side as you hear the no command come through. 100 Thieves keeping everything back. The resistance keeps the distance as a Prime Gaming Flawless comes through. Clean round, clean half for 100 Thieves.
And it's a revolution too. 8-4. We're going to break and see if 100 Thieves can keep this up after this Prime Gaming Flawless replay.
And you gotta see it again, right? So clean.
One more time.
So pretty.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, it's better the second time around. Oh, you're right. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Once again, it's a tale of two maps. The first time we saw this go around, it was FaZe with an 8-4 half, and now 100 Thieves showing they can do a bit of the same on their opposition's map pick. And, like we all want, hopefully, pushing us to map 3. I'm Doug. On the call with me is Bala. Bala, it's been a banger. It's delivered really every way you could possibly want.
Yeah, it absolutely has. Will in the beginning having the undefeated. Oh, they're actually exploring two different sides of the map at the same time. 100 Thieves basically hitting them with the same split that FaZe was, but the flanks are coming fast. It's tough against the Cypher though. And Asa
They've got to be able to hold. They've got to be able to hold. Willie's only able to get one. How much more can they find? Now the flank comes through. Derek gets a spike down, but it's a 3v3 once the dust settles.
And Stellar's still up, by the way, so this trip up and the camera too. Hard for them. They have no space to regain here. They want to go through double doors, but they can't. That's such a funnel. It's a death trap. So they have to come through caves.
Reposition. Say variety is the spice of life, and that's what they're going to need to retake this as they try to approach things from different angles. But so far, 100 Thieves hold fast.
One enemy remaining.
They do not relent. They do not give up an inch. Fly is the only one who's going to be able to get this, and he's gotten it. 1v1. Derek's so healthy. The shock dart in his lap. Time not on Fly's side. Surely Derek swings off of this, and if nothing else, time doesn't matter. The kill comes through as well. 100 Thieves get to 9.
Little all over the place on that attempt. And this is what I was trying to allude to, the fact that the Cypher makes it really hard to go for these late flanks from FaZe. So if that's part of their identity, they're going to need to rethink that real fast if they want a chance at this map, because it's slipping away from them. With the pistol round win now for 100 Thieves, that makes it, what, 3, I think, for them converted? So 3 out of 4. Lost the first, or won the first one on Haven, lost the second one. That continues a high amount of pistol round conversions for 100 Thieves. I believe they were 4 out of 6, too.
Austin threw that thing a mile into the sky. Just now landed. They did tag one off of that. They want to swing their way towards B. You see Superman is tucked in this little ratty corner of the wall to keep him safe. Look at that. He's gone parallel. Oh, the walls keep him back. Will falls. Baby Bay does a bit of the same. And off of this, it's just chaos that ensues on the site, but it seems like 100 Thieves are able to come away with the kills that they need. Flya not landing the shot. Asuna marching his way forward.
Rifle's coming out on top right now. I see. They pick up Spectre from bottom mid.
Scanning ahead.
He's going to have to do a whole lot. Man, a dart on one side. Okay, he can do it with the headhunter. Somehow they flip this thing back. It's Derek once again in a 1v1. The shock dart gets the kill. And a message sent at the end of the round. 100 Thieves at 10.
It's again Derek in the clutch. Again, over and over, this guy's delivering for this team.
Yeah, but bro, that round was a lot closer than it should have been.
You're right. You're right. But does it matter when the score is 6 rounds in your favor?
Sure. Sure. You have a cushion, right? You can afford to have things go. Obviously, you don't want them to go sideways, but if they do, it's not nearly as devastating.
Yeah, essentially you have a bank economically in terms of rounds. Not actual finances, but rich people don't actually have money anyways, right?
Asuna creeping forward. Spots Flya. There's going to be another peek from Just around the pillar in a moment. Baby Bay lands a shot. Meanwhile, Dicey gets 2.
Good anti-bonus so far.
Very well played. Again, you feel the implications of how close that previous round was, Bala. You think this round, 100 Thieves, was a bit more guns. Who knows how it plays out, but that certainly helps things.
Page as well. Stellar's
One
in it.
enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Won't matter.
It's a shame you had to die.
Great anti-bonus there from FaZe, though. 100 Thieves didn't actually really invest back into that. So, economically, there it is. Instantly 5 rifles back up, and hopefully FaZe recognizes what they actually went for, because it was essentially a save. Derek might have won the round, but situation you definitely don't want to invest too much in,
Down A.
knowing the purchase from FaZe is going to be massive. So, let's see. 10-5 now, 100 Thieves. So far, only the pistol and their anti-eco going in their favor on this half.
Heavy lean from 100 Thieves towards B, while once again FaZe look to push the matter mid.
They've got the KO ult. This is exactly what FaZe did on their first KO ult too, but this is much faster. And they are just fully playing retake, so. Oh, it's not. Oh, Baby Bay. What a psycho.
It's not Baby Bay-esque to play retake, is it? Look at him playing on the other side of the wall. Giving as little space as possible. And the thing is, 100 Thieves expect
Spike planted.
he's still here.
Here.
Already re-drone to clear elbow too, but Dicey gets punished on the flank. Bang from all the way. Up from elbow itself.
Baby Bay still patient. Oh, and Austin able to clean things up, but Baby Bay finds one still. Has not died, has not moved. And with 30 HP left, he's gonna have to get the massive kill onto Will, and can he do it? No, we can't.
And even if he did, you actually have Bang playing for post-plant lineups too, and catching the final rotator off poise does not save a weapon. And this was much, much cleaner from 100 Thieves, so I still expect FaZe to be able to buy, and they also have the tour de force and the knives, so this should easily be an investment here from them. Play for the win and not OT. But we saw a one-sided half a little bit, you know, the 8-4 on Haven, and that got converted. And 100 Thieves here, potentially converting their own 8-4. Complete
Not just-
difference
yeah,
from the first time these guys played, or I mean, I should say the second time they played in that lower bracket.
Well, it's interesting because you're right. There's such a stark contrast to the previous time we saw these two teams play. But within this series, the story's almost the same.
Sure, yeah.
Right? Like, it wasn't just that FaZe converted an 8-4 half. They dumpstered 100 Thieves to close out Haven.
Yeah.
Now it seems like 100 Thieves are doing a bit of the same to them.
Yeah, they are. Although I think that this is a much more decisive win so far. I mean, depending on how the rest of this goes on, I'm getting way ahead of myself. But there's metrics that are pointing in their direction, right? There's not as many 50 rounds won. It's not as, you know, kind of scrappy as the first game around. There's not as many clutches, and when those clutches are actually happening, they're going in favor of 100 Thieves. In terms of decisiveness for that regard, yeah, I think this actually, so far, Breeze looks better than the Haven.
Blade Storm, Tour de Force, everything online here, and there's more to come. Bang still has his Viper's Pit. So we'll see how they choose to use that. The spike hasn't made its way out very far at all. It seems like they're expecting some aggression in from Halls while the Hunter's Fury comes out. Will repositioning, trying to get back behind enemy line, trying to push his way forward, and that's exactly what he does. But Baby Bay with 4 on the blades as he goes forward, goes up top. Oh, not able to get the kill as Derek stuffs it, but Dicey cleans it up at the end. FaZe back to FaZe antics as they take the round.
Another force buy, and all you really need is Baby Bay with knives. This guy, 20-12. It's been a massive slowdown for Superman. 3-12 for him. What a shift in, you know, the players who are having impact on either team. I think of Will specifically, and again, the bank not deep for 100 Thieves, so it's another save. I will say too, while 100 Thieves was leading so far in this map, in terms of first kills, it was 70% to 30%. Baby Bay seems to be heating up.
Yeah, you've got to be careful, man. Baby Bay's the type of player, and if you've been watching FaZe, you've been watching Baby Bay for a little while, you know he is that guy, right? He has that X factor that can single-handedly will his team over the finish line. But can he do it with a Will on the other side, who's playing very well himself?
Bye. Blocking sight.
Timing
So
perfect
far, so good.
to get Austin on the orb. There's so much going on here for 100 Thieves. They're all over the map, just peeking in double doors, and that's not going to work whatsoever. Will pushing it with the knives, though, and there's Spike with him.
27 HP, though. Poised is weak as well. Superman has arrived, and you're expecting him from around the corner. Superman finds the value. Bang, trying to do it with the classic he does.
That's a pit. Ooh. Problem here is if he puts down the pit, Derek will have very little impact unless he could drop it at the right time, and Derek can play with the shock darts. There's also Baby Bay on the flank, too. First he has to get through Dicey! Crisp shot! And he's watching for Baby Bay now, too, Derek. Can he do
Oh
it?
my gosh!
He can! 1v1 now, the pit is gone.
How does Flya go about this? The
Oh!
but Flya pulls off and decapitates Derek!
By the narrowest of margins. Derek is not able to pull it off, and Flya, the Sova on the other side, makes it work for his team. Looked like it was all going completely wrong. These shots from Derek, ridiculous.
No shot, dude. 24 HP.
I mean, he should have stuck with the Marshall. Maybe then he could have ducked away from the shot, forced him off the defuse.
Right here.
22 kills for Baby Bay, matching Will's, but the difference is staggering for the rest of the players in the server. Next most frags on the side of FaZe is 9.
Remember, Asuna still has his no command here, and he's going to go for it. 2 players here who have teleportability. The dash and the rendezvous. Dicey's in trouble if he doesn't get away.
Baby Bay finds an opener yet again.
I can't use that.
Oh, yep, you're right. He's in trouble. He's going to have to drop down and try to go out the easy way, but no, Derek greets him, drops him. Side in full control
planted.
of 100 Thieves with FaZe. They've started to show up. They don't want to fight for retake. They want to take the side as soon as they possibly can. Flya pushing his way forward. Derek with the third on the round. Superman and Poise left alone.
One enemy
Money
remaining.
not great, but the thing is, all you got is a Spectre, so why not? Gets 1 kill, upgrades a weapon. 87 HP. And bang. Leaping his way around. Drops him. 100 Thieves, map point.
3 guns carried into
Match
this too.
point.
And relatively clean. I have to give credit to Derek. I mean, he almost won the last round. This could have been map point already. We could have been going to map 3 at this point.
Yep.
And Derek again in this round. You saw what Superman did in the last round of the last map. He says, hey, I can do that too. Let's go to the next game. Come on. Let's go. I'm sick of this. And it's a fast attempt here for 100 Thieves. They're going to go up mid really quickly with the smoke from Bang, covering the nest. The dart to clear Dicey back. He's going to go for it anyways.
Of course he's going to go for it. He takes one for his troubles, but ultimately gets traded out. Superman also applying pressure on the other side of the map. Tit for tat as both teams lose 2. Yeah, Poise, tucked, Baby Bay providing suppressive fire. They don't know. Oh, Poised. It doesn't get much easier than that, does it? The swing out, the flash in his face as he tries to spam through. Not going to do it. Flya in a 1v2. Asuna on the tap. What can Flya find? He's got some utility, but Derek swings around. He gets it to a 1v1. 45 HP. Flya again spots him!
Never give
And
up.
he gets the Red Bull clutch. FaZe not done yet.
What is that from Flya? Twice now he saves the game. And it gets Derek again, who is heating up. There's the first shot. Asuna was super worried about him coming from the backside, from where they come from. And that's why he's so late on this trade. He has to jiggle his way past. And it's so well played from Flya, just calm and collected. Finally, a couple of players from FaZe converting past double digits.
Superman, yeah. Yeah, he has that that Viper spit, excuse me. I heard the blink storm go off too, but early use of that to deny entry into B.
I always think that these moments where FaZe are coming through with a knife's edge round after round, economically, struggling a little bit. And I think there's no way. But time after time, FaZe converts in situations like these where they have to go through so much.
Baby Bay used the blade to provide some cover. Dart doesn't give him away, but the kills come through anyway. 100 Thieves with a big numbers advantage. Superman now starting to rotate over. Poise just a bit ahead.
It's the Rise duo again for FaZe. Work cut out for them though.
Well, all the work in the world cut out for him, but Poise gets it a little bit closer. Gets it to manageable. There's still so much more to do. He's not going to do it. How, a frenzy? What? From that distance? Sure. Now Superman trying to go up top. Spots one player. Shot doesn't land. He has to throw. Time not on his side. Frenzy fails him that time.
One enemy
Superman
remaining.
again. Gets it to a 1v1, but the thing is there enough time? Derek can just play this patiently. The shock dart in his lap to swing out, and Derek's just toying with them as the clock expires.
Attackers
We're headed to
win.
Ascent.
It's been Ascent for map 3s all the time here at LCQ so far, and it's no different in this series. Such close games the entire way through. And here we go. FaZe vs 100 Thieves. We thought it would deliver at the beginning of the day. And while these